Welcome to Brain Booster. Did you know that the word koala means no drink in the Australian Aboriginal language Taurug? It's a fascinating bit of trivia that speaks volumes about this charming marsupial's unique lifestyle. You see, koalas are a rare breed. They don't go around looking for water holes to quench their thirst. Instead, they rely heavily on the eucalyptus leaves they feast on. Yes, you heard that right. These cuddly creatures draw the majority of their hydration directly from the fresh eucalyptus leaves they consume. Drinking water is a rarity for them in the wild, although they can and do drink water when necessary, particularly during periods of extreme heat, drought, or bushfires. So the next time you see a koala chomping away at eucalyptus leaves, keep in mind that it's not just enjoying a meal. It's also taking a long, satisfying drink. So next time you see a koala munching on eucalyptus leaves, remember that it's also quenching its thirst. You might be wondering, what exactly do koalas eat? Well, the answer to that is quite fascinating. Koalas are folivore specialists, which means they have a diet that primarily consists of leaves, with a heavy preference for eucalyptus leaves. Now, eucalyptus leaves aren't the easiest thing to digest. In fact, they're quite toxic for most animals. But koalas, being the unique creatures they are, have evolved to not only tolerate this diet, but to thrive on it. How do they do it, you ask? The answer lies in their remarkable digestive system. The koala's digestive system is equipped with special liver enzymes that allow them to process the toxins found in eucalyptus leaves. But that's not all. They also have a particular kind of gut bacteria, symbiotic in nature, that helps them break down these poisonous compounds. This unique digestive arrangement is a testament to the koala's adaptability and ability to survive on a diet that would be fatal to most other animals. But don't be fooled into thinking that this diet is anything short of a feast for these furry friends. In fact, they seem to truly enjoy their leafy meals, consuming up to 1 kilogram of eucalyptus leaves a day. That's about the weight of a small watermelon, all in leaves. And they do this without so much as breaking a sweat. Their love for eucalyptus leaves goes beyond just nutrition. These leaves also provide koalas with most of their water intake. This is why the word koala is thought to originate from the Darug language, an Australian Aboriginal language, and roughly translates to no drink or no water. Despite living in the arid regions of Australia, these creatures rarely need to drink water, as they get most of their hydration from their leafy diet. So next time you see a koala happily munching on eucalyptus leaves, remember that there's more to this simple act than meets the eye. It's a testament to the koala's resilience, adaptability, and unique biology. That's right, these adorable animals can eat up to 1 kilogram of toxic leaves a day without breaking a sweat. Now that we know what koalas eat, let's explore where they live. These adorable creatures are endemic to Australia, which means they're not naturally found anywhere else in the world. But within Australia, they are not scattered randomly. Their habitat is concentrated in the southeastern and eastern parts of the country, along the coastlines of Queensland, New South Wales, South Australia, and Victoria. Why these specific regions, you ask? Well, it's all about the diet. Remember those eucalyptus leaves they love so much? These regions are typically dominated by eucalyptus trees, providing koalas with an abundant supply of their favorite meal. The eucalyptus forests and woodlands in these areas provide not just food, but also the perfect environment for the koalas to thrive. However, it's not just about the trees. Water plays a crucial role too. Despite their name meaning no water, koalas do require some hydration. While they get most of their water from the eucalyptus leaves, they also live close to water sources. In the inland areas, they can often be found in eucalyptus woodlands that are close to streams and creeks. Interestingly, a whopping 70% of Australia is either arid or semi-arid land due to the continent's low rainfall. This has led to a unique adaptation among the country's wildlife, including koalas, to survive in dry environments. But don't be fooled, koalas are not desert dwellers. They need their lush, eucalyptus-rich environments to survive. It's worth noting that while there is only one species of koala in the world, their numbers are sadly dwindling. Today, their wild population is estimated at around 300,000 mature individuals, and they are listed as vulnerable by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. So if you ever find yourself in the eastern or southeastern parts of Australia, keep an eye out for these adorable creatures. Remember, they're not just an iconic symbol of Australia, but also an integral part of the ecosystem, playing a crucial role in maintaining the health and diversity of the eucalyptus forests they call home. And who knows, if you're lucky, you might just spot a koala munching on eucalyptus leaves or snoozing in the treetops. So if you're ever in the eastern or southeastern parts of Australia, keep an eye out for these adorable creatures. Have you ever heard someone call a koala bear? It's a common mistake, but it couldn't be further from the truth. Koalas, in fact, share more family ties with kangaroos and wombats than they do with bears. So why the confusion? Well, it all comes down to appearances. With their round bodies, fluffy ears, and button noses, koalas have a certain teddy bear charm. But the resemblance ends there. Koalas are marsupials, a group of mammals that carry their young in a pouch. This is quite different from bears, which are placental mammals, meaning their young develop inside a womb. In the marsupial family, koalas are particularly unique. They're the only living members of the family Phascolarctidae, with their closest living relatives being the common wombats. Let's delve a bit deeper into what being a marsupial means for a koala. When a female koala gives birth, her offspring, called a joey, is underdeveloped. The tiny joey must make a journey, instinctively climbing from the birth canal to the safety of the mother's pouch. Once inside, the joey latches onto a teat and continues its development, safely tucked away. In contrast, bear cubs are born after a longer developmental period inside the protection of the womb. They're more developed than a joey, but still depend on their mother for protection and nourishment. As we can see, the life of a koala is quite different from that of a bear. And so the term koala bear is a misnomer, a relic of the past when the distinctions between various animal groups were less understood. Today, we know better. We know that koalas are unique creatures, with a lifestyle and reproductive cycle distinct from bears. They're an integral part of Australia's rich biodiversity, sharing their eucalyptus-filled home with kangaroos, wombats, and other remarkable marsupials. So remember, even though they might look cuddly like a teddy bear, koalas are actually marsupials. Ever wondered what a day in the life of a koala looks like? Well, let's dive in and see. In the wild, koalas are mostly asocial creatures preferring a solitary lifestyle. While they might share the same habitat, each koala has its own home range, and they rarely interact with each other unless it's mating season. It's a bit like having your own apartment in a large building. You might bump into your neighbors occasionally, but most of the time, you're doing your own thing. Now, imagine living in a world that's dominated by your sense of smell. Koalas heavily rely on this sense to make everyday decisions. For example, when it's time to eat, they don't just munch on any leaf they find. They use their keen sense of smell to find the most nutrient-rich eucalyptus leaves. It's like having a built-in food quality detector. Their noses also come in handy for communication. Koalas leave scent markings on trees, a bit like leaving a note for other koalas. They can sniff out these messages and know if a friend or foe has been around. But let's talk about the part of a koala's lifestyle that's become a bit of an internet sensation: their sleeping habits. Yes, it's true, koalas do sleep a lot, up to 20 hours a day to be precise. But it's not because they're lazy. It's because eucalyptus leaves, their primary food source, are low in nutrition and high in fiber, which requires a lot of energy to digest. So by sleeping most of the day, koalas are conserving energy for their nightly leaf-munching sessions. In fact, this energy conservation strategy is so effective that koalas are able to survive in the harsh climates of Australia, where food can be scarce. So, next time you see a picture of a snoozing koala, remember, it's not just a cute photo op, it's a survival strategy. So, while they might seem lazy, sleeping up to 20 hours a day, koalas are actually just conserving energy for their nightly leaf-munching sessions. In this video, we've learned a lot about koalas. The term koala hails from the Darug language, meaning no water, a hint at their incredible adaptation to drink minimal water, relying instead on eucalyptus leaves for hydration. These leaves, toxic to most, are a staple in the koala's diet, thanks to their unique digestive system that can neutralize the poisons. These fascinating creatures are endemic to Australia, populating the southeast and eastern coastlines. They are the only extant members of the family, Phascolarctidae, and are marsupials, not bears. Marsupials give birth to underdeveloped joeys that continue their development in their mother's pouch, a stark contrast to placental mammals like true bears. Koalas lead a mostly solitary lifestyle, with their home ranges often overlapping. They're selective feeders, relying on their keen sense of smell to choose the most nutrient-rich leaves. So there you have it. Everything you need to know about the fascinating world of koalas. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.